Okay. Hope you are able to see the screen, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So far we covered map, filter, right?
Yeah.
And some find and find. I think these methods. You can go through other methods.
Yeah.
So map. What map will do?
Map transferring of elements from one array to another array by applying a function.
Correct. Exactly. Okay. We can change the array values. Correct.
Yes.
By applying one function, one transform function. So filter, what we can do by using filter?
Filter also returns a new array, but after filtering the certain elements from the original array.
Correct. So filter, what it will do? It takes one function. From that function, we have to return true or false. Okay. Whatever the function are for a value, whatever we returns true, that value considers as a in the filtered, right?
Yeah.
So it filters the array values based on the condition, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. So this we covered. Now we are going to cover about reduce. Okay. So what the reduce is going to do? It reduces the array into a single value.
Okay.
Okay. Reduces the array to a single value. Okay. So it executes the whatever the function that we are going to pass to reduce function for each value of the array, like similar to how map and filter functions, correct?
Yeah.
Executes the function for each value of array. Next, it returns the value of the function is stored in an accumulator. It returns the value of the function is stored in accumulator. Okay, I will come to what is accumulator. Okay. So it does not execute the function for array elements without values. Okay. I mean to say, suppose if we have undefined, it won't execute the reducer function, whatever we pass inside of our reducement. Okay. Also, it does not change the original array. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Doesn't change array. Okay. It returns the result from the last of the callback function, whatever we provided inside of the reduce. Okay, the final result value of the reducer is the whatever the last value for an array which returns from this reduce function.
Okay.
Okay, returns the result from the last result or last return value from the function. Okay, so now we will see the what is the syntax for this, correct? Okay, it is reduce it takes a function. Okay, the function can have a parameter called accumulator. Okay, next current value. Okay, which means the for iteration, what is the current value, current index, next array, and also it takes the second parameter as a initial value. Okay, this is the syntax of this reduce function. Now, okay, this function is going to be executed for each value of an array that we know. Okay, so what are the required arguments? Okay, accumulator. Okay, accumulator is a required argument. So the initial value, accumulator represents the initial value or the previously returned value of the function. Initial value or the previously returned value of the function. Okay, so whenever this function is going to execute, right, what it will do, always the accumulator will have the function, whatever the function it executes, that return value it will stores in the accumulator. Okay, it can have a first time the initial value it will have. Okay, initial value whatever we pass as a second parameter, correct?
Correct.
Yeah. So current value we know, right? Current element or current value. This is also required. Next, current index is optional. Next, array is optional. Okay, next, initial value is also optional. Okay, a value to be passed to the function as an initial value and it is stored in the accumulator. Okay, so what are the cases are where we can go for the reduce function to perform some of the calculations in the on the array, right?
Yeah.
So if we want to find any aggregators operations from the array, we can use the reduce function. Like aggregator operations are nothing but sum, correct?
Yeah.
The average, what else? Max, correct? Min.
Max, min.
Okay, these are some of the aggregate operations that we can perform by using the reduce function. So now if we want to find a sum of values, how we can do it? Suppose I have an array. Okay, so I have an array, constant, I can say int values is equal to 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Now I want to find the sum and max and min. How we can do it? First we will try to find the sum by using a for loop. How we are going to do? Let sum is equal to 0, correct?
Yeah.
For let I is equal to 0, I less than
Int values dot length.
length increment of I. Now sum is equal to sum plus I or
Int
int
value.
values of the current index element we have to take, right? In this way we will find the sum, right? Okay. And also we can use the for of loop. Like suppose I can do for let value of, right, array I can give. Okay, what it will happen, right? So directly the each element of the array will comes to the value for each iteration. Understood?
Yeah.
Okay, I will initialize the sum again. Okay, now sum is equal to sum plus value. So if we want to find min and max, how we can do it? We have to initialize them. Correct? First value we have to store it in the
Accumulator. Second value to the current value.
yeah. So that we can do it by using array. I just want to.
Okay.
In case of array, we have to go through the each element and we have to compare with the first element, right?
Yes.
In that way we can do it. Okay, now we will try to use the reduce function to find the sum of elements of an array, right? How you can do it? You have to tell me. Int values dot reduce, correct?
Yes.
Okay, what I will do, I will write one reducer function. First I will write one reducer function. Okay, reducer function. What it will take? First value, accumulator, right?
Yeah, accumulator. Current
Next
value.
is the element, right?
Okay.
Correct?
Yeah.
So now I'm going to print the accumulator, right?
Okay.
We'll see what the accumulator will contain. Now.
Element.
Correct. So now if we print, right, we'll see what it executes.
Okay.
Or what we are going to get. Now you can see for the first iteration what we have got.
We got accumulator and element. Others it's undefined. Remaining accumulator values.
Correct. Okay, for first iteration we have to observe for the first iteration. I will come to the next iteration. Okay, for first iteration it contains the accumulator contains the value of the first element, right?
Yes.
Are you following?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. And in the same way, for the first iteration, the element contains the second value directly. Observe?
Yes.
Yeah, from the second iteration onwards, we are getting the accumulator value is undefined and the element is 30, 40 and 50. Why we are getting undefined? Since from the, yeah, go ahead.
No, since we did not mention any function, so the accumulator is not, it will be undefined only.
Correct. Since we did not return any value from the reducer function, correct?
Yes.
That's why we are getting undefined. So now if we return an accumulator value, what is the accumulator I can do? Accumulator is equal to return accumulator plus element I can do, right? Now if you see,
Yeah.
okay, what it contains the 100, correct?
Yes.
Now if we print the final value, result is equal to identify result has been already declared. Fine. So it means we have already declared the result by using the let, right? So now you can see the sum we are getting as 150, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Now how the same we can do it by using the arrow function? Int values dot reduce, correct?
Yes.
What it takes? Accumulator, comma, element. I can do, right? Accumulator plus element, right?
Yes.
Okay, we will get the same result back, correct? Now I want to find the min element out of this array, correct? What is the minimum element from this array?
10.
It is 10, right? So now what we have to do? Let minimum is equal to int values dot reduce of what it takes? Accumulator element, correct? Now what we have to do? If the first element, the accumulator contains the first element, correct?
Yeah.
For the first iteration. If accumulator
Is less than element, return accumulator.
if accumulator less than element, return accumulator, correct? Okay. Now if I print console.log of okay, you can see the minimum value is somewhere missing. Okay, we have to close the
Here. Before arrow. No.
correct. We are getting minimum as 10.
Yeah.
Okay. So do you know the ternary operation?
No.
Ternary only we call it, this one. Okay, the ternary operator is the one which contains the question mark and colon, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you see here, function get fee is member, right?
Mm.
So if we are passing if is member as true, then what it returns?
$2.
$2, correct? Otherwise it returns $10. So now expected output, you got it. Now, so the same I want to convert to the ternary operator. How we can do it? You have to tell me. The same if condition, I want to do it by using ternary operator.
If accumulator is less than element,
Okay.
question mark, true, colon, false.
Okay. If okay, first we have to check the condition, correct?
Yeah.
This is the condition, right? I will take it out. If it is true, what we have to do?
True. I mean accumulator.
Accumulator we have to return. Otherwise,
Element.
we have to return element. Okay. Yeah. So now, if we execute it, what we will get? We will get the same minimum value, correct?
Yes.
Right. Now, you understood, right? How we have to use this. So now, we have an object set, array of objects. Where are these array of objects? We have customers, right? Now I want to find the now I want to find the sum of the expenses so far the customers has done, correct?
Yeah.
How we can do it? Customers, right? 23 dot reduce, correct?
Yeah.
So what next? Accumulator, comma, customer, right?
Okay.
Okay, accumulator is nothing but
First
which
value.
object? First value. It contains the customer only, right?
Yeah.
Which means
Accumulator dot expenses.
expenses, right? Okay, accumulator dot expenses plus next customer dot expenses, right? So does it going to work? Is it going to work? For the first iteration, what will happen?
It will take 500 plus 1000.
Yeah, it will take the first value of expense plus customer expense, right?
Yes.
500 and 1000. 1500 will come, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Now, for the second iteration, what will happen?
1500 plus 2500.
1500 plus 2500. But we are returning accumulator as a number, right?
Yeah.
Okay, for second iteration, it is going to fail, right?
We are passing number on.
Yeah, if you observe. So let me run it. You will be able to understand. Total expenses NAN we got. Correct? Now, let me add the console logs. Correct?
Okay.
So whenever we add this, we have to return this value. Correct? I'm going to return. Now, so let's console.log of, right, accumulator, comma, accumulator, console.log of, try to understand here.
Okay.
So for the first iteration, what will happen? You will get the accumulator as a first value, right?
Yes.
So now you will get the first value as this one, correct? For the second iteration onwards, what you are going to get? Whatever the return value that we are returning from that function, correct?
Yeah.
Now the accumulator value is 1500, correct?
Yes.
For the second iteration. Now 1500 dot expenses, does it going to exist?
No.
That's why it becomes undefined, right?
Okay.
Undefined plus some value you will get as a NAN, correct?
Yes.
Not a number. So how we are going to resolve this? So first we have one third or second parameter, second parameter for the reduce have initial value, correct?
Yes.
So I am going to make the initial value for this as a initial value as a 0 I'll put. Now what will happen for the first iteration, or the accumulator will have the initial value as 0, right? Are you seeing?
No, I did not understand.
Okay, so now if you see, so for if we don't pass the initial value or second parameter, correct? Okay, what the accumulator contains? Accumulator contains
0.
first value, correct? For the first iteration. Understood?
Yes.
For the second iteration onwards, whatever the return value that we are returning from the function, it contains, correct?
Yes.
Okay, if we pass the initial value, the accumulator contains the initial value as the value of accumulator for the first iteration, correct?
Yes.
Now if I pass 0, what will happen? Now you can see the accumulator initial value at 0.
Yeah.
Understood?
Yes.
Now we can remove this one, right? Accumulator dot expenses, correct?
Yeah.
Now you can see the final result as 12,000.
12,000. Okay.
Understood, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So now I have an array. I want to, okay, I have an array, assume, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I want to double all the elements of an array, correct?
Yeah.
And also, after doubling the array elements, I want to filter the values which are greater than 5. Okay, after filtering greater than 5, I want to find the sum of values. How we can do it?
First, we have to use map function. Map.
Okay. So first I will take this into one array, right?
Yes.
Const arr is equal to, okay, now tell me, array dot map
Array dot map of values,
okay,
arrow function,
okay,
array into 2.
array into 2 or value into 2, right?
Yeah.
Correct, exactly. Next step.
Console.log of value.
Yeah, now what it returns? It returns an array, right?
Yes.
I can say double array, right?
Yeah.
Now, next step,
Console.
you have to tell.
Double.
Yeah, console.log we will do. Next step, what is? I want to find the elements which are greater than 5, correct?
Yeah.
Now, what it contains? What we have to do?
Just a second.
We have to filter, right?
Yes. Filter
Value
of great equal to value greater than 5.
So what you will get? Let array which are greater than 5 you will get, correct?
Yes.
Next, sum of values. How you can do it?
By using reduce.
Correct. Final result is equal to array dt5 dot reduce of accumulator comma value accumulator plus value, right?
Yes. It is array greater than 5 only or just array?
I didn't understand your question.
Okay. And this
So we are filled. Yeah, this one, right? Your dot.
Yeah, this one is correct. The last second one for the reduce function.
Okay.
Here also it will be double array.
Double array. Why?
Because we are considering the whole array. In this filter, we might get one or two values.
Yeah, so that only we have to do it, right?
Okay.
Whatever the values that are greater than 5, those only we have to consider, right?
Yeah.
Now what should be the final result? You have to tell. 2, 4, 6, right?
Yes.
Comma 8, comma 10. Now our result should be 6 plus 8 plus 10, which means
24.
24. We are getting 24, right?
Yeah.
Now. Okay. I see how I am writing now. Let final or final result val is equal to array dot map value is equal to value into 2 right?
Yeah.
What it returns? It returns us an array, right?
Yes.
Filter. I am doing chaining. What it returns? It returns us array, right?
Yeah.
Reduce, right?
Accumulator.
Now if we refresh it, understood?
Yes.
Got it? We can change the operations based on the getting the result as well, right?
Yeah.
So, okay, so now if I want to find from the array of customers, okay, how we can do it? That you can try. We have a customers array.
Yes.
Okay, I want to find the customers whose expenses are greater than 1000, right? So for them, I want to find the sum, correct?
Okay.
That we can do it. Or what we can do? I want to, otherwise, you can take another example, employees, right?
Yeah.
In this, you have employee object, employee ID, right? 121, salary. Okay, he has 30,000 salary and some designation. Okay, software developer. Okay, so you have employees object like this. Okay, so 40,000, right? 35,000, Okay, 25,000, 10,000, 50,000, and 22,000. Okay, I just want to find the sum of the increments. Okay, suppose I want to give the employees 10% hike,
Okay.
right? For those whose salary is less than 40,000, I want to give them 10% hike. I want to see how much is the total sum if I give the hike for these employees.
Okay.
Okay, can you try this example?
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to create the employees object, then you have to find the give map of 10% hike. Otherwise, first you have to filter them, then give 10% hike, then do sum. Correct? Yeah, you can try that example.
Okay.
So now we covered all the array methods. So mostly in our React.js, we are going to use map and reduce and filter functions most frequently. Okay, that's why those I took very long sessions. So next we will go to the next concept, weak set. Okay, weak set is nothing but it weakly link an object into the set. Okay, which means it can remove a link to an object from the set.
Okay.
Object to the set. Remove a link to an object from the set. Okay, next. The values stored in the weak set can't be primitive values. Okay, can't contain primitive values. Okay, we can store objects only. Okay, primitive values are nothing but number, right?
Yeah.
Boolean,
String.
comma, string are undefined. Okay. Now, how we can create the weak set object, right? By using the constructor new operator weak set. Okay, so by using the add method, we can insert the elements into the weak set. Correct? Now, where weak set is equal to new weak set dot add of what it contains only objects only. I'm going to add object, right?
Yeah.
Okay, where array is equal to. Now, weak set dot add of array. Okay, now by using the has method, we can check whether it contains the element or not, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, now let me print this. Okay, clear this. If you see, identify. Okay, I will take this one. Okay, now you are getting the value as true, right?
Yeah.
Okay, weak set contains the array of 3, correct?
Yeah.
Now, if I am going to make array value as undefined, right?
Hmm.
Now what array contains? Undefined. Now weak set contains the array 3, but if you see weak set dot as of array, right?
Hmm.
What you are getting?
False.
False. Okay, which means it
Yes.
has a weakly contained the object, right? So whenever we are changing the reference, whatever values that we stored inside of weak set, right? If we change the reference to null or undefined, then automatically the values will be changed in the weak set as well. Understood?
Yes.
Okay. So what are the difference between weak set and set, right? Okay, first one. Okay, for weak set, if we are trying to add a primitive object, I mean to say a non-object, right? So suppose I will do weak set dot add of 10 I will do. It is not an object, right? If you see, invalid value used in weak set we are getting, correct?
Yes.
So now, for a weak set, the add, has, and delete. Okay, all these are the set methods, right? All throw an error when we pass a non-object. Okay, in case of set, what will happen? You can pass object a primitive value, right?
Yes.
But in case of set, sorry, weak set, you must pass an object only for these methods. Understood, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Weak set doesn't expose any iterators. Okay, which means it does not contain the keys and values method. Okay, I will come to this one in the next class or the coming sessions. Okay, what is the keys and values? Okay, just remember this point. It does not expose any iterators weak set. Set has an iterators. Okay, that we will see in the coming sessions.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, weak set are not iterables, and therefore we can't be used in for-off loop. Okay, weak set does not have an iterators, so we won't be able to use in for-off loops as well. Correct?
Yes.
Next point. Okay, and also we don't have for each method as well. Okay, on this weak set, and also we don't have size property. Okay, we don't have size property as well. Clear it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So now we have to see the map. Okay, what is map? Any idea?
Map is nothing but transferring of elements from one array to another array using a function.
No, that is the map method.
Okay. Then no.
I'm talking about the map collection or a data structure. Okay, map is nothing but a ordered list of key value pairs, right?
Yeah.
Okay, where the key and value can be of any type. Okay, ordered list of key value pairs, correct?
Yeah.
Where the key and value can be of any type. Okay, so map does not contain the duplicate keys, correct? Okay, in case of primitives, it is straightforward, right? Okay, so if we use the same key 3, 3, it will be easily identified. Okay, but in case of objects, how it is going to be determined, right? Okay, it uses the object dot is method in case of objects as a keys. Okay, so for keys object equivalence, it is going to use the object dot is method. Understood? Whether to check the keys passed to the map contains or not, correct? Okay. What are the methods we have in the map in order to perform operations on the map, right? We have a first how we can create a map creation. We can do it by using the new map, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let map is equal to new map. Okay, by using the set method, right? We can set the or add the key values to the map. Okay, map dot set, right? What is the key I am going to give? I am going to give title, comma, okay, React.js, right?
Yeah.
Now I can add map dot set year, which is 2020, some year. Now, how we have to get the key value from the map, correct? By using the get method. Okay, so map dot get will return us the value of that particular key. Okay, map dot get of title, right?
Mm.
Okay, what it returns? It returns as React.js. Understood?
Yeah.
Now has method. Okay, has key. What has will do? It returns true or false, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, it returns true if the key exists inside of the map. Otherwise, it returns false, right? Okay, delete. We can delete the key of the map, right?
Yeah.
Next, clear, right? What is meant by clear? We can delete all the keys and values of the map. We can clear
Okay.
the map, right?
Mm.
Size, it also has the size property. Okay, by using the size property, we can get the how many key value pairs that a map contains. Understood?
Yes.
Okay, fine.
Clear will delete all the values, right?
Correct, all the keys values from
Okay.
the map. So, yeah, you can try all these examples by using create a map and try how set works, how get works, how has work, how delete works, how clear works. Correct?
Okay.
What size it returns. Okay, and also try if we are trying to add the same key, what will happen? Correct?
Okay.
Yeah. Try these examples at home. Okay.
Okay.
So next, weak map. Okay, weak map is also similar to weak set. Okay, in this case, what it contains? Okay, it contains the keys and values, right?
Okay.
Similar to map. Key value pairs it contains. So, key value pairs it contains. So, in case of weakly set, what it allows for the values? It allows only object set.
Yeah.
Okay, in case of weak map, for keys, it allows only objects. Following, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, if we add any non-object, it returns us an error.
Okay.
Okay. So, like weak set, what are the differences we have, right? The same will be applicable in case of weak map as well. Okay, this can't have delete, get, has, and set methods with a non-object values, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and also it can't be iteratable. Okay, we can't be able to iterate the weak map since it does not contain the iterator. So we won't be able to iterate by using the for each or for all. Right? So, so far, do you have any doubts?
No.
No, right? So, today what we covered, reduce. Next, how we can do the method chaining, right?
Meaning weak set, map,
Weak set, map,
weak map.
and weak map. Correct? Just study the material whatever I have provided for this. You will be able to understand.
Okay.
Yeah. Do the examples whatever I am saying, right? Do those examples. Okay. Tomorrow we are going to discuss about the spread operator. And also we are going to start iterators and generators.
Okay.
Okay, so this is my agenda for tomorrow. Okay.
Tomorrow at what time?
Tomorrow, is it okay for you in the morning?